Now, the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show continues on Charleston's Big Talker, 1250 WTMA.
Welcome back, Charleston, to the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show on 1250 WTMA and WTMA.com. You know, I always like to take a little bit of time and just say thank you to those of you that listen to this program and rely on the information within it to help better inform you of the real estate market and the real estate process. I've been doing this for a little over 6 years. And it's very therapeutic for me to come in here and just talk about real estate and be open and honest with my my listenership about the process of working with an agent to buy, sell, and invest in real estate. When I meet with individual folks to help them with this process, of course, I have to be sensitive to that type of person and their and their feelings, which that sounds crazy for me to say, but here on the radio, I can just kind of say it like it is. It's a very broad scope of people that I'm talking to. I know that a lot of agents listen to this show, and of course, people that are at some point in time going to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. Maybe just find me entertaining. Who knows? The two of you that listen to the show that find me entertaining. But anyways, I just like to say thank you to those of you that listen to this program. And if you'd like to reach out to me, if you want to talk about working with me and my team, my cell phone number is 843-345-1273. That's my cell phone, so call or text that number, 843-345-1273. Or visit us online at listingsincharleston.com. That's listingsincharleston.com. Now, I will also say that we've done a really good job. In fact, my marketing manager, Sam, is sitting right here next to me today. And he's done a fantastic job of building a new website, charlestonrealestateradio.com, which is the website for our radio show. It has all our episodes on there, a bunch of great content, and it's a very learning-based website. So go there to get any question answered about the real estate market or the real estate process. CharlestonRealEstateRadio.com. And like us on Facebook. Brian Beatty Real Estate Show is our Facebook group or name. Brian Beatty Real Estate Show. So, and then, of course, lastly, I'm here in the studio taking your calls. If you have any questions, comments, anything you'd like to share, any questions you'd like answered, the number here in the studio is 843-556-1250. 843-556-1250. So, I want to finish my discussion about selling a house in March and April, and I want to finish with communication with your agent, because this is a vital time to put your home on the market and sell it. Again, we've talked about if you put your home on the market and you don't get an offer within the first 4 to 6 weeks, you need to be proactive. You need to change something, unless you have a specialty property or unless you're in one of those markets where it's not realistic for you to sell your home in 30 days. You know, all of these things your agent should be communicating with you. But if you're getting the showings but no offers, or if you're not getting the number of showings you should be getting based on the analytics that all agents in our market have access to, then you need to be proactive in your adjustments and your corrections to become more in line with what buyers expect out of your property as it relates to value or positioning or presentation. But when we talk about communication with your agent, we have a very specific set of guarantees on my team. And the first is a communication guarantee, which very simply states that we will be in touch with you at least once per week from the time we list until the time we sell. And if we don't, you can fire us. No questions asked, no cost, no obligation. I want to communicate with my clients. I want them to understand what we're doing behind the scenes, because guess what? Anytime I don't communicate with somebody and more than a week or two goes by and we haven't talked, then doubt starts to enter the mind of the seller as to what I'm doing for them. And when you have doubt, or they start to question my interest in selling their home proactively every day when I wake up, when doubt creeps in, then trust becomes a very challenging thing to keep. And I want my clients to trust me. I want them to know that I am doing what I said I was going to do and that I'm doing everything possible to sell their house. My entire team is. You know, we have 18 people on my team, and it's very much so a team approach to selling properties. You don't just get me and my expertise and what I can do from a marketing standpoint. You have 17 other people that collectively, this is really cool, collectively my team makes over 10,000 outbound calls every week to try and find buyers for our listings and try and find listings for our buyers. That is, and I know that, 10,000 sounds whatever, it's just a number, but if you were in this business and you understood the magnitude of the amount of activity that is generated from 10,000 outbound dials every single week, it would blow your mind. And that's just one example of what we do when we're helping our people sell their homes. And this isn't a commercial about me or my team. What I'm saying is, when that agent that you hire goes back to work after that signed agreement to start marketing your home, they need to be communicating with you about what they're doing and about how that market is responding to their marketing efforts. And they need to be doing that often. Even if they don't have anything to report, they should still be checking in with you once per week saying, hey, not much happened this week, but here's, just so you know, this is what we're doing this week. And of course, if we get any showings and feedback, then I'll let you know as soon as possible. But they're at least communicating with you so that you understand that, hey, I am working behind the scenes to help you sell your house. I'm not just sitting at my desk with my feet kicked up and relying on the fact that the home is on the MLS. And hey, if an agent has a buyer, then they'll go on the MLS and they'll search around and they'll inevitably find your house. And I'm sure they'll show it to their buyers, or their buyers will find it online and tell their agent about it. And if anybody out there is interested, they're going to find it, they're going to see it, they're going to make an offer. And that's not always the case. So much of what we do from a marketing standpoint, frankly, is force feeding our listings to agents and buyers. And we have very specific ways of doing that. But communication is such an important part of our industry. And frankly, our industry sucks at it. That's the number one complaint that I get out of sellers that had their home on the markets previously that did not sell with their first or second or third or 10th agent. I talked with a seller last week that had fired 9 agents. And it wasn't like it was erratic behavior. Each agent had 6 months to sell the house and nobody did. And I'm looking at the house and the pictures and the condition and the price. And yeah, there's some things that the sellers need to change, but it's nothing drastic. But the seller said, I've never experienced anything like this in my entire life. I cannot for the life of me find an agent that will do what they say they're going to do. It seems like every time I list my home with somebody, they give me this great pitch and then I don't hear from them for a month or two at a time. And they're just not, I feel like they're not working. They're just sitting back and waiting for other agents to do the work for them. And so that's why I created this communication guarantee. I also have an easy exit guarantee, or a one-day listing agreement, however you want to coin the phrase. But if at any point in time you feel like I'm not doing my job, or you've made a bad hire and you think I'm the worst agent on planet Earth, or you decide to stay in your home and not sell it or rent it out, whatever the case might be, I don't force people to remain in their contract if they don't want to be in their contract. And every once in a while, because, when you're dealing with hundreds of people a year, you're inevitably going to find a few people that you just don't work well with. It's just, the law of averages, I suppose, or whatever, Murphy's Law, or whatever law is out there that I'm not thinking of. But you're inevitably going to have 1 or 2 or 3 people a year that you just don't work well with. Maybe they don't like my style. Maybe I don't like their style. It's just, you have to have open-ended conversation to be able to voice your opinion and your concerns and your frustration, and have those conversations and then move on from it. But you need to at least have an environment where you and the agent can speak freely. I never want to be in a position where I feel like I have to walk on eggshells with my client and not say something that they should know that might impact the process for them or their ability to sell their home for the most money possible. When you have a relationship with your agent where they're not telling you what they want to tell you for fear of how you're going to react, then it's frankly a toxic relationship and not a business relationship. So communication is so important when you're working with a real estate agent, whether you're buying or selling. So when we come back, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about buying a property in the spring months in March and April. And I have a few questions from listeners that have come in, and I'm going to try to get to those. If you have any questions and you want to be on air, the number here in the studio, 843-556-1250, 843-556-1250. And of course, reach out to me if you'd like more information about buying, selling, or investing in real estate and want to potentially hire my team. My number is 843-345-1273, 345-1273, or go to listingsincharleston.com. Stick around for the last few minutes of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show here on the Big Talker 1250 WTMA and WTMA.com.
More stimulating talk on real estate matters with Brian Beatty next on 1250 WTMA.